Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. And who could blame you? We're going to have some funny memes for you. Me, Eric Sizemore, and my beautiful co-host dialing it in from the left coast, Brain Damage.
Chee-hoo!
And we're both going to have some funny memes for you, joined by other co-host, Quiet Michael. Super quiet because he's out of the room. And we are going to have some funny
Eric.
memes for you. You sneaking in on me.
Did I get my camera on? No. But hi. All right, I'll be back.
No. All right, and we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every episode. Depressing news. We are number one. All right, enough of that. Brought to you by toilet paper on fire. Should have paid a living wage. Toilet paper on fire. Think about it. Well, this week, in a sign that makes no sense to anybody with any kind of fucking brain cell in their head, the president fired the entire National Science Foundation board. You know, the people that hand out $9 billion in grants for, like, you know, good science to keep us on top of everything in the world. Yeah, just fired everybody by email. No explanation. So they hate science. Speaking of people who hate science, this turd, RFK Jr., on Wednesday concluded a bunch of hearings in front of lawmakers where he said silly stuff like he's saving people money, which he couldn't actually show and was very dumb. And then that led to some really great stuff with people seeing AOC. You know, you couldn't hear the words, but you could see the emotion. You know what I mean? And it's just, I think AOC is just going, "Why are you such a fuck?" That's what I think. The SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, is being harassed by the Justice Department right now and has just now launched a counterclaim against the president for harassing them. Says they have made false claims about Charlottesville, and administration officials have made false and highly prejudiced statements, et cetera, and now they've been spreading the rumor, of course, that the SPLC is giving money to the KKK, which is just, whoo! And I've seen stupid people believe it too. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm glad they're fighting back. Meanwhile, the government is becoming more and more communist every day because Trump has said that the U.S. government could take over Spirit Airlines. And now all the other airlines have lined up and says, ooh, give us money too. So you heard that right, folks. Feeding the children, housing the homeless. Nope. But buying airlines, we got it. We got you covered. We're good. Speaking of people making money in really ridiculous ways, U.S. Army Special Forces Master Sergeant Gannon Keir Van Dyke was charged with making bets on the poly markets and whatnot that Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro would go down because he was on the mission. And he was like, "Hey, you know what? I happen to know quite a bit about that." So he wagered $33,000 and pulled in $400,000. He's pled not guilty in Manhattan, but we'll see how that goes down. Speaking of people with too much money from the wrong reasons, Jeff Bezos is out there. And if they've done an analysis, if you look at all of the editorials at the WashPo, they are just pro-billionaire all over the place. Stuff like trickle down. And, you know, this would be really cool. Anything that would, you know, is opposed to the minimum wage increases, tenant protections, social housing, rent control, free buses, any of that. He slams on all of it from the editorial board. So, yay. Speaking of the crazed billionaires, too, the Palantir guy, Karp, and I was looking at an interview with him, and the narrator was going, he is literally crazed, screaming and frothing at the mouth, because this is him on a Zoom call with shareholders describing how their technology is killing people. And he's just so excited. I swear to God, he's so excited. He's screaming and frothing at the mouth because he really loves it. Speaking of people freaking out, the opinion board at the Washington Post, as the aforementioned Post explained, said that the Texas gerrymander freak out on the left was just, crazed. What's happening in the Lone Star State is not a threat to democracy. But then Virginia does the gerrymandering. Virginia plunges America deeper into the gerrymandering abyss. This redistricting scheme was always a power grab by Democrats. Voters went along with it. Just hilarious. You know what I mean? We joke about the double standard, but insane. So that's kind of fun. There's a big poll out that assassination attempt most people think was faked. So how fun is that? We've got to the point where now it's just, oh yeah, of course it's fake. It's like wrestling. So crazy. In regard to the Virginia redistricting, Laura Ingraham, not friend of the show, not friend to anybody, even her brother doesn't like her, says, adios, Virginia, the new California. And Governor Newsom trolls back, oh no, next comes free preschool, free school meals, higher wages, and tuition-free community college. Truly terrifying stuff. Meanwhile, we got to see our own director of the FBI, who I have rendered here as Pinocchio, saying, how many of you believe that I, was drunk and they had to breach the door? And it's like, all of us, we think you're a lying piece of crap. Like, are you freaking kidding? Speaking of lying sacks of shit who are taking advantage of people, Russell Brand, this guy was a comedian, and I think he even said some stuff that made me laugh, but I'm not sure. He suddenly became a Christian when all of these sexual harassment and stronger sexual assault suits came out in Britain. He's suddenly a born again Christian, and he takes his Bible into church. And Piers Morgan, of all sacks of crap on TV, Piers Morgan says, "And what passages were you reading while you were in court?" That's all he said. And Russell Brand just sits there and flips back and forth through pages with dead silence for like 2 minutes, which is like 9 years in television time. It was just, and never had anything, never had even a fake Bible verse loaded up. Had his Bible there, had his prop ready, but didn't read the script at all. Speaking of reading, this week The Onion has finalized its takeover of Alex Jones. And Alex Jones then went and did some research and found an old fake trial from an Adult Swim show and thought it was real. So this is Tim Heidegger, who's now taken over Alex Jones and InfoWars, and now InfoWars is written with an onion in the O in rainbow letters. Alex Jones is reposting this picture of Tim Heidegger as though it's a mugshot, saying, the Onion newspaper has been rocked by the discovery that the creative director produced pro-pedo child kidnapping, torture, and murder programs. Billionaire Michael Bloomberg is the main financier of the Onion's hostile takeover of InfoWars, and his funding productions designed, in their words, to wear Alex Jones thin. Below is an actual mugshot of the creep. I have to work on my Alex Jones. Anyway, but yeah, the fact that Alex Jones fell for a troll on Alex Jones, whoo, unbelievable. Funny. Hey, 77% of Americans agree that Trump is to blame for the rising gas prices. And, that's never a good look going into the midterms. Might need to deploy a Gestapo army or something. I'm not sure. Hey, so the fake assassination attempt led to this fun thing where it's a picture of Erica Kirk in tears, being led out of the Hilton Hotel. And this one has a thought bubble on it drawn by Coming Fury that says, I can't make any money off this one. By the way, too, if you're not following Mercedes Chandler, she posted this one, and it's just a really great question. She says, why does she keep doing this? And she, like, man, Erica Kirk, when she speaks to people at like TPUSA, which I think is Toilet Paper USA, she does this weird stare. This really weird stare. And she does it. Like, she'll look down at her notes, she'll look up and do the cold ice stare. And B. Liz says it's the Devil Wears Prada meets Tammy Faye Baker. Good. Michael Winter says it takes a lot of effort to keep her human face on. Shelly Reno says that's the look I used to give my kid that said, oh my God, if you don't shut up and sit down right now, we are heading out to the car for you know what. And that phrase started a long discussion. She just meant a spanking out of public, is what she said. I shared this with the group, so a lot of you already know, but for a monthly fee, you can now talk to a Satan AI chatbot. That is tempting. Here we have a sample on screen from John Oliver. Says, well, greetings. I'm Satan, your charmingly wicked conversational companion here in the Text with Jesus app. What sinful curiosity shall we entertain today? Yes, that's right. In the Text with Jesus app, because the Episcopal Church is now marketing the Text with Jesus app, and it'll allow you to text with Jesus and Satan. Hail Satan. We usually like to wrap up all the news that you cannot possibly use with a little story, a heartwarming animal story. So let me proceed. Millionaire big game hunter from the U.S. was trampled to death by 5 elephants while eyeing his next kill in Africa. Yep. And friend of the show, Taylor Warner, says that he lives nearby her. So if we want some dirt, we'd find out because Taylor might actually know he lives nearby. But in the meantime, I was read about it. He was hunting something else, and like he startled some elephants, and they were like, "Fuck that." And as you can see, like at first you're like, current score, elephants 1. But in actuality, I think this guy he put quite a bit on the board before that. He got a picture of him with a bison and a lion. And there are all these people in there going, no, these are licensed and these are really necessary. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think you're full of crap. So anyway, good old country boy paid 40 grand to go get hunted. So, people really do lose on MTV. That has been all the news that you cannot possibly use for April 28th, 2026, the week of Walpurgis Nacht, which is Halloween's sister. So call up your Wiccan friends and wish them a happy Walpurgis Nacht. And with that, gonna hand it off to my beautiful co-host, Brain Damage, for a nice, I'm assuming, standard round one.
All right, we're gonna start this round off with a continuation from my post from a couple of weeks ago. When I told you about my go the fuck home and watch the fight joke, a year later I posted, I told y'all to go the fuck home and watch the fights, but you didn't listen. And now you missed the greatest knockout of all time. That was UFC 300 when Max Holloway knocked out Justin Gaethje with literally 1 second left in a 25-minute fight. When he pointed to the ground and said, "You got your shot to knock me out," but knocked Gaethje out anyways. And nobody fucking listens to me, Eric, so I gotta yell about stuff like that. And then we'll continue on with Burn These Memes with a PlayStation 2 copy of Sesame Street Fighter. And here we have Kermit the Frog here in a gi.
Nice.
Cookie Monster in the gi. You see Miss Piggy up there has like Chun-Li's type outfit. Bert and Ernie with red gis, possibly Ken. Oscar the Grouch also has Ryu's type gi. I just thought that was pretty dope. So
that's awesome.
Sesame Street Fighter. And then Dumbass Photoshops by Joel follows that one up with Elmo, but he is photoshopped in on the Nightmare on Elm Street's Freddy Krueger's face.
That's brilliant.
And it is labeled A Nightmare on Elmo Street. Me, Elmo love hacking and slashing.
Dude, it wasn't frightening till you did the voice, and then I got it gave me goosebumps.
If you thought that was scary, wait till Elmo sings 1, 2, Elmo coming for you. Okay, let's move on. Homegrown puns and somebody named Katie Hastley has a AI photo of an ocean with a buoy, but on that buoy is Boy George's face, and it is labeled Buoy George.
Wow. I bet that's funnier in British.
I don't know what that means. Steer Kramer has a picture of the Lost Boys movie album, and this was also a continuation from the last time I was here, where it was the Lost Boys in the Hood, but this time it's just Sloth from the Goonies posted over all the Lost Boys' face, and it is called the Sloth Boys, and you see he is in his infamous "Hey you go" face. So that was dope. Then Headbangers Hall and mashups and whatever the fuck else goes along with. I didn't look at their. Like, I looked when I photoshopped this, or screenshotted it. I did not Photoshop this. I am not taking. Maybe somebody named Daniel White did, but it is Axl Rose from Guns N' Roses. I think that's his name. But he is in the cheese aisle of what looks to be possibly a Trader Joe's. The way they have those prices on the chalkboard. And possibly wearing some kind of British American jacket with his red bandana, and he is singing to the tune of "Welcome to the Jungle," but it says cheese, cheese. I wanna make you. Okay, anyways, WrestleMania and somebody named Brian Scott has a 2-panel, and here in the first panel we see Turtle Boy, the kid that was dressed up like a mummy that they interviewed way back in the days, and he just goes, "I like turtles." And fuck that little kid, because around that time when he did that, and it was an internet sensation, every fucking student I worked with thought that was the best joke they ever heard in their life. What's 2 plus 2, Freddy? I like turtles. What's 10 times 10, Freddy? I like turtles. What's your mom doing for lunch, Teddy? I like turtles. Anyways,
Wow.
Then we have a picture of Darby Allin from AEW Wrestling holding up the AEW Championship belt, and it says, "Glad to see the I Like Turtle kid become successful." And Darby Allin paints half of his face in the skull painting, so... And so, you know what? This would be better to use here. Anyways.
Ooh.
Dumbass photoshops by Joel says, "Snail with a bandaged shell." And it is a picture of like an AI Van Gogh painting. I'm assuming that's Van Gogh painting. You know what it's called?
Yep.
It says the Slimy Night instead of the Starry Night, maybe? I don't know.
Yep.
But it is a snail in that famous paintings art style with, I'm assumed to be Van Gogh's face on there with his ear cut off. And it says escargot, but go is spelled Gogh like Van Gogh.
Very stylish.
I'm going to see myself out. Day-to-Day Memes has a picture of, I'm assuming, Simon and Garfunkel, but Garfunkel has a Darth Vader type face. So it's just Darth Vader's face when he takes the mask off, but with Garfunkel's hair. And it says Simon and Darthfunkel.
Oof. That's pretty rough, man.
And then here we have Daily Hip Hop and Entertainment. And it says, "Me, after someone makes me listen to today's rap." And it is just a picture of the bat symbol in the city landscape silhouette background, but it is the Wu-Tang symbol and the bat symbol. And then you see, I was listening to Sean Price at the time, up in the top. We're going to move on. Blamio L. Jackson, I was still listening to Sean Price, so this was around the same time. And this one is a movie poster of The Equalizer with Denzel Robinson. What's his name? Denzel Washington? I think Denzel, I'm thinking of a football player, basketball player, or something. But it is Steve Urkel's face. And it is called The Geekalizer. And he says, "Did I do that?" And this was the last one for me for this round. About to hand it off to Michael. This one's Meg Opry with a 3-panel. And it says, "Capiche." The first 2 panels are the same person. Is that Sinead O'Connor? I'm not trying to be like that just because she's bald, but I think that's Sinead O'Connor.
Yep.
And she says, "Nothing compares. Nothing compares." And in the third panel, we have, what is his name? Joe Pesci in the movie My Cousin Vinny telling Herman Munster, who was the judge at the time, "Your Honor, 2 Utes. 2 Utes.
2 Utes.
Nothing compares. 2 Utes. 2 Utes. 2 what? Mr. Gambini, 2
Dude,
what?
I cannot watch that video without crying.
2 what?
When she's like, "All the flowers that you planted, mama." Oh, shit.
2 Utes.
I can watch My Cousin Vinny without crying.
Yeah, I have no idea what that video is. So
No,
no reference. I seen the 2 Utes and I was like, "Oh, my cousin."
She ripped up a picture of the Pope on SNL. She's a fucking badass, dude.
Yep, she was.
That was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Is.
Passing it off to you, Michael. I don't get to say that very often.
Is this round 1?
Round 1. The wholesome round. Ostensibly. You got a nice round one.
No, Eric, here comes a big, long, round one, keeping the hole in wholesome. You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're going over the shoulder this time.
That makes me think you think I know too much.
We're coming out hot, coming out swinging. Trash can Paul, keeping it nasty. It's got a picture of this actress, Kirsten Dunst. Boom.
Oh.
Pulled that out of the cobwebs. She says, "It's not about you, it's about me." And oh man, we need TD. What's this actor's name? Tobey Maguire. We don't fuck TD.
Look at you.
Tobey Maguire says, "MJ, the film is called Spider-Man 3." Here's Tony, friend of the show, Tony at Diego's Knife.
Hey, Tony.
Says Heath Ledger skateboarding over Christian Bale on the Dark Knight set. And it's just a picture of Heath Ledger doing a kickflip over Christian Bale, but he's dressed up like the Joker. It's just maybe the coolest fucking picture ever. It's Christian Bale's dressed up as Batman.
That's pretty cool.
Health bad advice. Friend of the show, health bad advice. I'm sorry, health bad advice at bad health advice. He tweets out, "Protein is a necessity. Know what has protein? Double bacon cheeseburgers. Know what doesn't have protein? Stupid fucking apples."
How you like them apples? Stupid.
Friend of the show, Athena at Mirthina says, "Stop venting to Chat GPT. Go to confession at your nearest Catholic church. You don't even have to be Catholic. You just have to ask to confess. You can even debate with a priest for free, or you can give a donation like donuts or apples, or you can fight the priest. It's like Dark Souls."
What? I don't
I
know
will
what
say
Dark
that-
Souls is. I don't know that.
The first couple of times I went to
Video game
confession,
shit.
I wasn't Catholic either. I was like, I'm not Catholic. I just got to talk to somebody. And in the movies, you guys have to listen. They were like, yeah, that's the rules, man. Go ahead. So I've tried it. It works. I've never tried to fight one.
Nice.
Pugy, friend of the show, Pugy at Lil Big Poogie says, "I just got a rejection email for a job I've been working in for 4 weeks. It says, 'Hi, thanks for your interest in the analyst position at redacted. Unfortunately, you're not the right fit for the position at this time. I'm sorry for the disappointing news. Best of luck in your job search. Sincerely, Daniel." She replies, "Dan, I've been working here for a month." I got a couple more. Short Mag Smile, friend of the show, Short Mag Smile says, "I want to play another game, Anon. Every year, I'm going to give you 5% more money. And every year, I'm going to increase your cost of living by 9%. Eventually, you'll make more money on average than anyone in human history, yet possess far less than your parents or grandparents." I just thought that was a silly little idea. None of us can relate to because it's just a silly meme.
Yeah.
Shin the Bird, friend of the show, Shin the Bird, at Shin underscore the underscore bird. I don't even know why I have cats. I don't like them. Says me, after successfully using my time machine to bring, will you fuck off? To bring a founding father to the present. Says, "So do you think the Second Amendment is still reflective of our culture and technology?" Benjamin Franklin. "Can we get more McChickens?" Me, "No, stop asking that." And that's all I got for round one. Kicking it back to somebody else.
That's to me. That's to
Eric.
me. Yeah. The ostensibly wholesome round. Gonna be kind of a short one. That's okay though. It's got dirt. Round one. Speaking of long things, this interview with Piers Morgan was just I really cannot emphasize how bad it was.
It's so bad.
Not since Trump was like 2 Corinthians have I heard anybody try to fake their Bible stuff, you know. What's your favorite book of the Bible? All the books. All the books are so great.
I like them all.
Old
2
Testament, New
Corinthians.
Testament, you know, both Testaments, you know. Anyway, Russell Brand, who's a comedian, or you know, used to be, couldn't even do it in front of Piers Morgan. You know, he said, "Hey, which passages are relevant?" And he brought the Bible to court. He flips through the pages, and Gianmarco Ceresi says that's why it's so important to have an SNL UK. I was like, yeah, that is important. The Onion, my former employer, reports Trump appears to doze during a stroke. It's a tight joke. Friend of the show, Kristen Yunakis, has this post, which is also from The Onion. We have a man playing a guitar. It says, man finally good enough at a new hobby to understand how bad he is at it.
Yeah.
Kristen says, welcome to stand-up comedy.
We saw a lot of people go through that to Blind Pig open mic. Holy shit.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, I'm not good at this. I'm not gonna
But I'm still
stop.
going to put everybody through it for 5 minutes
Yep.
a week,
5 to 6 weeks.
every
When I go
week.
every week. Oh man. The Lavender Librarian, friend of the show, uh, reposted this oldie but goodie from Matt Imrie at Matt Librarian. Says a librarian who is also a serial killer, but chooses their victims from a pool of people who say things like, you need a degree to be a librarian? How nice. You get to read books all day, and similar phrases. Librarian Humor says, raise your hand if you've ever accidentally triggered a librarian with a silly question like this. I literally had a guy who said, I'm thinking about going into libraries. I'd like to work in the libraries. I go, really? What interests you about it? He goes, it looks easy. Like, I was like, I'm just going to smile at you. Lavender Librarian says, I was once told that made as much sense as needing a degree for a paper route.
Wow.
Which is why
People,
librarians fantasize about
here's
writing
the thing about
murder
libraries,
fiction.
though, Eric. You can't even be
Huh?
mad because the thing about libraries is that they're open to everyone.
Mm, yeah,
So,
that's true.
like, you're gonna get some people who come in there and don't understand, like, for sure.
All the
In fact,
time.
most people, in my experience, especially in the city, they're just there to use the bathroom.
Well, maybe in your libraries, but here they're quite active, and apparently in Sammy's libraries too,
Yeah,
according
even
to
the homeless people
eyewitnesses.
have PhDs in Shambana, dude.
That's true. You can play chess with them. It's great. Hey, I wanted to ask you another quick thing because we always do the religious stuff. Did you see that the Republicans and a bunch of influencers are going to read the entire Bible uh, in one go? Spend an entire day reading it. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I did hear about that.
And what do you have any thoughts on that? I'm just curious as a
Oh,
person who's
yeah,
also read the
sure.
Bible.
I would like to say that this is just yet another example of a sacred text being weaponized for evil fascist political agenda.
It's true. My first
Not,
thought
this isn't
was,
even, it's not even like remotely new. It's so fucking old.
yeah. So the funny thing is that I remember what the Republicans don't. They had the brilliant idea of reading the entire Constitution, and a lot of people had never done that before, despite the fact that they were in Congress. And things got a little edgy when it got to the slavery parts.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. They'll never top Constantine because Constantine, he didn't have his cabinet read the Bible in a single setting. He said, "Hey guys, make me a Bible." And that's a conversation that a lot of people don't want to fucking have.
Okay. Anyway, I'm thinking, if there's some slavery bits in the Constitution, that's a pretty short document. I think all these influencers that signed up to read the Bible have not a clue what is in the Bible. And you're going to get to see a complete ranking, a total, like, pecking order of these guys with who gets stuck reading the Begats and who gets the slavery and rapey bits in there. There's two different parts that I found in there where a guy goes, no, 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 don't rape my guests. Take my virgin daughter, which is I just gets funnier every time I think about
Yeah,
it.
there's also the blessed are those who bash your babies' heads against the
Oh yeah.
stones. That's a
There's yeah.
that one's
So anyway,
that's a tough bit.
I'm looking forward to ripping some of those for my new, like I'm gonna sample them and put them into my new industrial mix album. You know what I mean? Bunch of, I think it's good. I don't know. I got excited about it. I got excited about that part of it, because I was like, and I also want to see the video of like who's the most unprepared. Somebody's gonna do one of those Giuliani, I just sat on my balls looks. Anyway, all right, round one here. The Onion has Trump conducts a marathon reading of Arby's menu in appeal to meat lovers. But I wasn't sure if everybody knew that he was going to read the whole Bible. And in response, the Arby's Corporation has reclassified their food as entertainment. Restaurant says the menu items were intended for amusement purposes only.
Nobody would take this food seriously.
Not at all. We have the meats. Surely you could tell we were kidding. We're kidding.
Obviously a joke.
And
Tell that to TD's other 5 toes.
My ostensibly wholesome round one. Shall we go back into order here? You want to take it, Michael? You want to go? I don't know what we're doing.
Take it away, Brane.
There we go.
All right. Take it away. It is. Oh, fuck. Did I get my second round ready? Yeah, I did.
Round two. Fight.
Round 2. Fight.
This one is. Fuck, I guess I forgot to see who. I know I reposted this one quite some years ago, but I forget who originally posted. But it says, it's nice to see all the people I used to cheat death with every weekend grow up to be such fine parents and adults. That one hits very close to home. Like this one I think was dad jokes or one of those dad joke pages. Anyways, it says, no matter how lazy you feel, remember that Goldilocks decided to take a nap in the middle of a burglary.
Excellent.
This one is from LOL Hawaii 2, Gabe Moniz. He says, I'm having one garage sale tomorrow. Please no come by if I ever borrow something from you, brother. I read that in the Hawaiian accent. I don't know why, but my Hawaiian pidgin is terrible. Anyways, we pretend kayfabe is real, and Anthony Brown has a picture of Papa John's logo, but instead it is Papa Shango's with Kamala, a.k.a. the Godfather, a.k.a. Papa Shango, on the logo. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa Shango's. All my good TD memes never work because TD's not. Now that we switch Tuesdays, I never get to harass TD. So please harass him for me when you guys see him. This one says, boss, are you on drugs? Me. You and I both know I don't make enough money to have a drug problem. And this one's the laughter is the best medicine. And somebody named Jeff Miller posted, I just saw a post that said, an 8 is just a 0 with a belt on. Now I'll be up till 3 a.m. Awesome. This one's Photoshop of horrors. And it says, Charlie Murphy. And it is the Army of Darkness movie cover. But you see that it is Charlie Murphy on Ash's body. And you see the Dave Chappelle, Rick James in the background. Because in the Chappelle show, when Rick James and Charlie Murphy would get together, Rick James would call Charlie Murphy Darkness. So it's not just Army of Darkness, it's Army of Darkness. All right. That was cool. Nice. Photoshop of Horrors has Analog Underground. And it is a picture of, what's my guy's name again? Morgan Freeman from the movie, I think that was that Shawshank Redemption? Where he was in jail?
Oh, yeah,
I think that was.
Yep.
And then we have, God damn it, why am I calling him Hump G? Shock G. God damn, my brain is off today. I don't know. That's Shock G from the Digital Underground. And it says, get busy living or get busy in a Burger King bathroom. Because I'm not sure what Morgan Freeman said in Shawshank Redemption, but I'm sure it had something to do with get busy living or get busy dying. And yep. Shock G says in the song The Humpty Dance, I once got busy in the Burger King bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
So RIP out to Shock G. A lot of people didn't know how much of a music genius he was. Apparently, Prince used to call him for creative ideas every once in a while when Prince would get stuck. And that is apparently a true story, according to some other musicians that I heard. But anyways, there is a young Shock G now, and so yeah, I don't know if that I can't I remember Diane did the research. I don't think it's his son, but I think it's like one of his nephews or something like that. All right, we're moving on. Dad Jokes has a picture of some old guy in a leather jacket with a beard and stunner shades on, and two guys like maybe walking him out, the security guards. And it says Bob Golan says they kicked me out of a bar because of my lousy Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions, but I'll return. Not I'll be back. All right, you know what? We'll move on.
That was terrible.
High vibe multiple dimensions, and Robin Wayne says deletes Facebook account, leaves social media, leaves city, lives in the Himalayas. Pigeon comes with a note, opens note, unsolicited dick pic. Weird flex, but okay. Says microdosing PTO by disassociating at work.
Who among us hasn't done that?
I don't even get to earn PTO at my job. Fuck them. NFC Trash Talk has a picture of two guys in a backyard about to fight. One of them is labeled with the LA Rams logo, and one of them is labeled with the San Francisco 49ers logo. And it says the 49ers and Rams fighting over who can make the worst pick in the draft. Because we had the NFL draft this last week, and I mean, the Rams selected their future quarterback at 13. They are Super Bowl ready, so they probably should have got the team a better player that could help out now, because that quarterback won't help them for at least 3 years. The Niners, on the other hand, selected every player they selected was graded at least 3 rounds down from where they selected that person. So I don't know. It's just torture being a Niner fan, and I just wanted to do that for myself. So yay. Anyways, this one's gonna be this is not the last one for me. Never mind. Crystal Martin said, "Cracked a joke to my therapist, and she sighed and started writing in her notebook. Bitch is trying to steal my joke." All right, this is the last one for this round, and it is Terrell Travers Sr. And Terrell says, the homeless man sign said, "One day it could be you." So I put my dollar back in my pocket, just in case that motherfucker was right. and that's going to do it for me for this round. Passing it off to you. Oh, I almost said Eric again. Passing it off to Michael.
Oh, yeah.
So while I'm pulling this up, as you guys know, I traveled to Africa. I was in Casablanca and stuff.
Yep.
Well, while I was there, getting there, it's a long story, but I ended up not sleeping for like almost 72 hours. I was at like
Oh, my God.
67, 68 hours, something like that. 6, 7, sorry.
Ugh.
And we were at dinner, and I was just trying to power through till bedtime. And I said, my brain was just like liquid. It just was, I couldn't function. And suddenly I thought of this because the dissociating at work. Suddenly I realized like I am having a full-blown panic attack. Like I'm freaking out. I've never had a panic attack like this before, ever in my life. And I said something to the director of the program. I get out, I go into the night into Casablanca. I get into a cab and I go back to my hotel. Well, the next day I woke up, I was pretty embarrassed, and I said, I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea what I said to her. So the next day uh, I said, Robin, I'm sorry about yesterday. I was kind of freaking out. I just didn't feel good. I had to go to bed. Like, what did I say to you? She goes, oh, you were so calm. She goes, you turned to me and you said, I have to leave right now. So if you don't get up, I'm going to climb over the table. I was like, that is not being cool. That is being the opposite of cool. So kicking off round 2, the ostensibly second round with Trash Can Paul. He's just keeping it nasty. He's holding it down. He's got a picture of a monster with like no face and like shark teeth, like multiple sharks worth of teeth on this ogre looking thing. And it says British people when you call it soccer and not kicky boppy fiddlesticks.
I resent that.
Slip Road Steve. We know him. He's a Florida guy. Here's a picture of like a ton of traffic on a highway, and it says you only live once. So try to spend as much time on your phone and computer as possible. After you die, you won't have access to it anymore. So you should think about that.
Mm.
This is my favorite meme. I wish it was my post with the most, but it's not. It's just my favorite meme from the last month. And it's got a picture of a pretty buttoned up, guy. He's holding his hand out like, no thanks. Someone's trying to hand him a beer. And he says, "Oh, I don't culture war. Just class war for me, thanks."
Oh, okay.
Uh, you guys don't know enough punk rockers. All right. Rob Annie Pittman says, without Googling, name a famous bear that is not Winnie the Pooh. And Adam Rank NFL says Walter Payton.
Cocaine Bear.
Here's a picture of Pete Hegseth, but he has hair like Coolio. And this is because he quoted a prayer. He thought he was praying, but he was just quoting
Tarantino,
Quentin
Pulp
Tarantino.
Fiction.
What?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
thought he was praying, but he was quoting Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
Anyway, he's got it's Pete Hegseth with Coolio hair. He said he's standing at a press conference and he says, "As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left." Psalm 23. Oh, this is just a picture of some sweet candles you can buy, some religious candles.
Tarantino.
Looks like the Sacred Heart of Jesus, but it's Quentin Tarantino. I think you can get these on the White House website or whatever.
Oh my God.
And my last meme of round two, the ostensibly second round, is a picture of a guy just absolutely covered in bandages. He's all bloody. He looks super tough. He's probably from a video game. He just looks fucking badass. And it says how it felt getting picked second uh, in PE to counter the first guy. That is a special spot.
Nice.
Second's good.
Very
It's like, oh
cool. All
shit, they got Brane. We better get Michael.
right.
A scrappy one. All right, that's all I got for round two. Kicking it back to you, Eric.
All right, round two, kicking things off with a news story I actually forgot about. But guys, we got to talk about the cocaine salmon. Did you hear about the cocaine
No,
salmon study?
didn't hear about the cocaine salmon.
So there is just an absolute fuck ton of cocaine metabolites in the oceans, and cocaine in there. So scientists gave it to salmon to see how it affected them in their environment. And it's not going to shock you to discover it makes them swim faster and longer.
Does it make their jaw move weird?
Yeah, apparently they won't stop talking.
Do they start quoting Pulp Fiction thinking they're praying?
Pretty amazing stuff. It was kind of funny, man. But I just thought that was absolutely amazing that they're addicted to our byproduct. Anyway,
Do
funny
they
stuff.
start leaking war plans on Signal? I'll stop.
Here we have Pete Hegseth pasted onto Uma Thurman's face on Pulp Fiction. Gavin Newsom has reposted it. It says, Pete Fiction. I just make stuff up because I'm war secretary. Oh, look at those calves. I think they might have photoshopped his calves in there too.
I don't know, but he looks good in heels.
He does. He does. I bet it's not the first time that's happened that he's heard that. So I thought this was just a fun prediction here. One of the shots from the staged assassination attempt was Stephen Miller grabbing his wife's boob. And that's just classic right there. But this other guy is like ducking from behind the table and watching it in the distance. And people are going, "This is going to be the new like woman screaming at the cat behind the table."
Yeah.
Not sure how, but but that's the prediction. So you heard it here first, people. Janet McGill Adair, friend of the show, says Hegseth is blaming Biden for military vaccine mandates. The flu shot's been required since 1945. Joe Biden was 2.
This is weird, like weirdly a slam on Biden. That guy was fucking 2 years old in 1945.
I know that
Jesus.
also. I couldn't believe it. They got rid of the NSF, stopped all funding for the NSF, and well, or got rid of the board. So I don't know how you distribute funding, and decided to get rid of vaccine mandates in the military at a time of war. And I'm just like,
It,
are you guys? Do you have somebody telling you these policies, or you guys just got like some Mad Libs back there? Because to the untrained eye from outside, it looks kind of like, hey, how could I hurt us the most?
yeah.
You know,
How can I make us not combat ready?
yeah. I don't know. Pray to him in Tarantino. Gianmarco Soresi making a second appearance in the show because right after the staged assassination attempt, in unison, MAGA accounts all declared how much that he needed the ballroom, often using exactly the same wording. And Gianmarco says, I know the American education system will never have an internet literacy class because it's not in the state's interest, but this would be the kind of stuff people should learn before they're allowed to vote. And now you're not going to get a kid to read this many tweets. So just a simple cartoon, a whole herd of red MAGA hats, and they're all saying in unison, this is why Trump needs a ballroom. Oh my God, they misspelled it. It's ballroom. Whatever. You guys get it. Oh no, Trump supporters being hurt. Friend of the show has reposted this from W.E.B. Du Bois at Tire 94, who just says, this is an amazing nickname, like a generational nickname. The halfway post says, breaking, Kash Patel is reportedly threatening to sue anybody who calls him J. Edgar Boozer. Meredith says, part of the liquor cabinet. I've been trying to work in ways to get in the liquor cabinet quite a bit. And W.E. Du Bois says, full of DUI hires. I've been using that left and right too, because we had like three secretaries with DUI, alcohol, craziness. The Onion, friend of the show, posts this picture of Kash Patel at the club. Says, bottle girl nods as Kash Patel screams state secrets in her ear. Kind of ties in with what Michael and I were worried about in a round or so before. Raindrops Media keeps falling on my head. Says farmers struggle to find workers as immigration enforcement tightens. And Trust Black Women, we tried to tell you, says, I am asking again, why can't white people work their own farms?
That's brutal.
Oh, I love it so much.
It's hot.
Nah, I don't feel like it. Moving on, here we have a picture of, by the way, too. So at the staged assassination attempt, they did it right in the middle of this mentalist act. The mentalist, the magician, that's what this guy is doing with a piece of paper. He's like, think of a number between 5 and 12. You're like, I don't know what he's going on, right? And friend of the show, Chris, has posted this from Miss Betty Bauer. Says, as shots rang out, Donald Jessica Trump appeared to be the only person not surprised. He's just snoozing. The women are shocked. The magician's shocked. And Jeanette Gibson says, it's also the picture you might see when he's filling his diaper. And moving on here, we have a picture of Erica Kirk with a gentleman. I do not know who this is. But Andre Thrillkill says, Charlie Kirk should be nervous to know that there's now a black pilot in the cockpit. I don't know. I kind of hope there's an afterlife. That's what I'm saying.
Whatever makes him sad.
I know, whatever makes him sad. And that has been my whole round there. Round two, wrapping it up, throwing it back to you, Brane.
I have no idea who that dude is either. But the first time I seen that picture was somebody saying that Cole Allen is a time traveler and Erica Kirk's son, and that came back to take himself out from being ever born. And that's who he was trying to shoot up. So that's a fun theory. Anyways, let's start this round off. This one's the other 98%. And somebody named, you know what? I can't read that. B
No,
question mark T something. Anyways, he goes
Kinda
by
looks like it. Oreva ZSN.
Oreva Zizan. Anyways,
Sure.
it says you do not earn $1 billion, you steal it. Nobody works 1 billion times harder than a nurse, a teacher, or a farmer. That money comes from underpaying the people who actually did the work. Stop worshiping hoarders who are really just good at wage theft. Yeah.
Yep. Concur.
And then this one's just an AI picture of Trump as a giant political bird. The left wing is red, the right wing is blue, or maybe the opposite. I don't know since it's facing me, whatever. And it just says one big club. It says members only, no admittance, and 2 wings, same bird, private club. That's how I feel about politics. That's pretty cool fucking. And then
The
this
one
one's
before that, I want to
libertarian.
say about wage theft. That's no war but class war here, fellas. It's exactly right.
Yep.
Thanks, Michael. You're only 3 memes late, but we'll allow it because it is true.
You move so fast, Brane. I move a little slower.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, Libertarian Party of So. I didn't read the rest, so it probably says sewer or something like that. This one, it says taxation is red, taxation is blue, taxation is theft. They don't care about you. And it has the donkey and the elephant connected together with the seal in the middle, and just they're both eating all the monies.
For our
All
listeners,
the monies.
for our listeners, I'm pro taxes. I just want billionaires to also pay them.
Yeah. Yep.
I do agree with that, but
I disagree with
anyways,
taxation being theft.
This one's right wing K, and it is a picture of Scarface in the tub, all frustrated, but it's Trump instead of Scarface. And he says, "Fuck it, give them the alien footage."
I've been waiting. I think he's got it. He's got it cocked and ready to go.
As long as the assassination attempts work,
it's not going to be the real alien footage either.
No, of course not.
It's still going to be AI. And someone named Dakota Price says, "Just my friendly PSA. The government is lying about everything all the time."
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then I almost had to dump this one, but luckily it isn't the exact same as yours, Eric. This one's the other 98%. And somebody named Paul Varghese. And it's a picture of Cash Patel. And it says, "If Cash Patel is upset that someone referred to him as J. Edgar Boozer, don't let him know that I call him Rum Dog Millionaire." And then this one's the other 98%, and it says, "Sorry, but the Iranian government's Lego depiction of Cash Patel is fucking frying me." And it has just a dark-skinned Lego man with good hair and beard, but gigantic fucking eyeballs.
Fucking bug eyes.
Yeah.
Listen, Iran can meme.
Yeah. It's crazy.
They can meme.
They're good.
Nice. This one's Meme Moz and Joey Lyons, and it has a picture of Buffalo Bill in the movie, what was that? Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When he's looking down in the hole, and it puts the lotion in the basket, or it gets the hose again, holding his little poodle. But it's Donald Trump, and it says, "It opens the Strait of Hormuz, or it gets an empty thread again."
Listen, before you move on, I gotta say, when Hicks got married, I got the invitation to his wedding, and he said, just to prove that I am me and this isn't spam, he says, say something to me that only I will know.
Yeah.
And I wrote, all I messaged back was, "Don't hurt her, you bitch." And
Whoa.
he messaged back, "Buffalo Bill, funniest character of all time."
Nice.
"Don't hurt her, you bitch."
That fucking poodle, though, the poodle that he's holding, tell me that's not the same one from, I don't know if I'd call it a meme, but do you guys remember about 5 to 10 years ago when there was like a video of a dog like head banging next to a fence, and it turns out he just couldn't jump over the fence?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
That's that fucking dog right there. Anyways, this one is Raised Sports Book, and it's a picture of Donald Trump with 2 Italian soccer players, and it says "rejected." And Soccer Forever puts, "FIFA and Italy have rejected the proposal from President Trump's envoy to replace Iran at the World Cup. Apparently, they said it does not hold true to their integrity." See, Italy did not make the World Cup for the 3rd World Cup in a row. And apparently Trump said, "Well, we're not going to let Iran in, so you guys might as well go ahead and take their place." And then they were like, "Nah." And then he was like, "Well, how about we do a couple of teams and do a little tournament?" And they See, even Italy was just like, nah, we're gonna go ahead and just, yeah, we didn't make it, bro. It's cool. You ain't got. We're not taking no free passes from you. And this one's somebody named Jolly Good Ginger, and they say, I don't do conspiracies. I think people go too far with them. Too many people make assessments that are wildly unqualified to make. Oftentimes, with minimal interrogation from a common sense standpoint, you can disprove most conspiracies quickly. So I don't do them. Therefore, my take on the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting tonight is that it was fake as fuck. This isn't a conspiracy. It's so goddamn obvious. I'm angry at how stupid they think we must be.
It was pretty lame.
And then I wasn't too sure about this one, Eric, so you tell me if this is a good meme or not. This says, what's the probability of one assassination on attempt on a president, numbers only? And it says 0.11764705882. And it says, now what's the probability of 5 assassination attempts on the same president, numbers only? 0.00022533748. And I think this label was labeled use your common sense. So I think what they're trying to say is all these fucking assassination attempts look fake, and if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it's looking for grapes, Eric. Do you got any grapes? That's the duck song. We're moving on.
Any grapes?
Yeah. Comedian Jimmy Dave Menez says, if you were in the Epstein files and started an illegal war with Iran to keep I can't fucking say this name, bro.
Netanyahu
covering up said involvement running an international pedophile ring, and you publicly married a former hooker turned KGB asset. I think that might be. I'm not sure. You'd fake an assassination attempt to avoid being roasted on national television too. And then this one's the picture of the girl that's possibly a porn star, and she's got her face all scrunched up. And it usually says, oh my God, you're going to make me come. But she's got a MAGA hat on and says, another highly dubious attempt. And then she says, oh, fuck, you're going to make me ballroom.
Jesus. I love it.
And this one's the rabbit hole. And it has a picture of Cole Allen on the floor, but he is holding a sign. And then on his head it says distraction, and the sign says release all the Epstein files.
Hell yeah.
Remember when the U.S. Gov said they wouldn't be further investigating the Epstein files nor making any arrests, and since then it's been distraction after distraction? Remember, guys?
I'm hoping for aliens.
Remember?
I remember, Brane.
I remember.
All right, and this one's Corey Showtime Robinson.
Oh, Corey, how you doing, buddy?
Posting a picture of I think that's Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars.
Correct.
In the Great Jedi Council, or not Jedi Council, but anyways, he's saying the attack on my life left me scarred and in need of a ballroom. This one's UFC shit posting 2.0, and it says the faces of Dana White, the two faces of Dana White. Dana White at the correspondence dinner as an active shooter situation, smiling, who also came out and said, it was awesome as fuck. I did not duck when they told me to duck because, you know, you're not Trump's best friend or has insider information or anything, you know? But then on the right-hand side, we have a picture of Dana White looking pissed off, like, why is this fucker here? And it just says Ariel Helwani. And Ariel Helwani is a mixed martial artist journalist who does very good journalistic work, but Dana White does not have a care for and is banned from all UFC events because he tells the fucking truth. He does not sugarcoat shit. He just journalizes. I don't think that's a word. Anyways, West Till Death just has a picture of, it says shooting, and it's Trump and Dana White. Is that supposed to be, is that Die Hard? I don't know if that's Die Hard, but
I don't think it's
Dana White has on a leather jacket, Trump has on his suit, but they are definitely in like some kind of AI movie poster. Anyways, we're just gonna move on. I don't know what the fuck that is. I thought TD would be here. I don't know why I thought that, knowing damn well he wouldn't. And then this one's Gary Stone has a 2-panel, and it has
Yeah.
Dr. Evil holding a red phone and his hairless cat, and he says, "My poll numbers are at 32%." And then that lady that always yells out for Dr. Evil says, "Send in the fake assassination!" And this one's the last one for this round. It's being classically liberal. And it is the meme of the guy sitting at the table where he wants you to change his mind, but there is no guy there. It says Epstein's friends belong inside of me, change my mind, and it is a wood chipper sitting at the table. Please don't change their mind. Just throw them in the wood chipper. Passing it
Love
off
a
to you,
good
Michael.
wood chipper.
All right, here we go. Kicking off round 3, the penultimate round. This is, well, at first glance, it looks like The Onion. It's a picture of J.D. Vance, and it says, I think it's very, very important for the Pope to be careful when he talks about matters of theology. It's a quote from Vice President J.D. Vance. It turns out, if you look a little closer, this isn't The Onion. This is USA Today. That's just a real headline in our real world. JD fucking Jorkin de Penis Vance said that with his own 2 lipsticked lips. Chase 001 has a picture of some cops, and if you just look at, like, it looks like garbage all over the ground, and, like, I don't know, maybe paint or blood spatter on the wall.
Oof.
When you look closer at, like, what's actually on the ground, you realize that these are just all dildos.
Oh.
And it says dozens of dildos fill the driveway of the ICE facility in Portland, Oregon. Friend of the show, Stone Kettle, says, yeah, but what are those things on the ground? I think this one's The Onion. It's a picture of Melania speaking at a podium, and it says Melania Trump slams baseless reports linking her to wrong wealthy pedophile.
Gold.
Okay,
Gold.
this is so good. I'm gonna take my time with this. It's just a couple of sentences here. Somebody posted this on Facebook. It says, I'm going to read it exactly as it's written. Joe, many liberals does it take to change a log by bulb? None. They're too busy. Their gender.
Wow.
So I don't know what's happening to this person. But
Going through
somebody
something.
responded, your mentality aisle. YOUR,
Oh
your
my God.
mentality I
Mentality aisle.
apostrophe LL exclamation point, your mentality aisle. And Paul Oldham says, none of those words are correct. LOL. Trash can's back. Got a picture of, looks like maybe
Oh.
some kind of renovation or something. They've entirely ripped the whole floor, even the subfloor, everything out of this house. And it says in impact font, it says, turns out nobody was under the floor. Me, 1. Voices, 0.
God.
Good job. You showed them.
So
I
much
think
winning.
this is my last meme for this round. I love this too. This is Carlos Israel Villarreal. And he says, honestly, as a Catholic, I'm tired of being dictated to by people who go to church inside an old Sears. And that is that is such a great, like, orthodox slam. That's all I've got for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Back to you.
Awesome. Doing the penultimate round myself now. And I want to kick off with one from last week, but I think it needed more. Andy Borowitz reported on Trump's labor secretary being fired, and it says, secretary creates one job.
Wow, she finally did it.
DUI hires. They're good for that. They create one job on the way out. This says American women There is absolutely nothing a man could do to be appealing to us right now. Zorhan Mandami is leaned up into the camera and says, well, today we're taxing the rich. And the Christine who posted this had many, many hearts of people that were like, yes, American women
I saw
could
somebody
be.
online today say this guy is the fucking blueprint.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Well, like in New York, his domain is like if you ranked it as a state, it'd be like 28th or something. It's right in the middle, right? Huge.
It's huge. Yeah.
Here we have a picture from the Meme King. We have one of those blister pack products, and it is the cigarette lighter from your childhood. And Kale Cut Auto says fingerprint remover, a fun
Yeah.
and educational device.
That thing is crazy.
It's all hot, and little guys like looking at his hot finger. It says in tiny print at the bottom, biometric reset in under 3 seconds.
Christ.
Yeah, you're gonna be on the iris scanner for the rest of the week. You're gonna have to change your, yeah. Moving on. Here's a picture of a man in an eye patch with an Oath Keeper hat. Oops, all OC memes has posted this one. It says, "quote It wasn't funny the first time, and it's not funny now. I have feelings too," said an exasperated Henderson. Daily Beast headline: Redneck with an eye patch wants people to stop asking if his sister is a squirter. And you know what, Henderson? I think it was funny the first time. I've read this meme at least 3 times, and it's still funny, Henderson. Moving on. Friend of the show, Kristen Yunakis, has posted this, and she says, when I say I'm born in the wrong era, Elena Lifewater Jr. says, the worst thing about depression is knowing that 150 years ago, my treatment would have been vibrators and heroin. Yeah. Not saying we've gone backwards, but sideways. And finally, friend of the show, Brent Terhune, says Cash Patel has already written anti-ballroom on all the bullet casings. And Johnny Vale says this picture of the child's, like crayon drawing of bug-eyed Cash Patel looking like a Muppet. And that has been my entire short penultimate round, leaving only my post with the boast. Handing it back to you, Brane.
Handing it back to you, Michael. Oh, Brain's back.
There we go. All right, let's do post of the most. Let me got my fucking hat on. This one is Dragon Lady, and Dragon Lady says, manifesting $500,000 and an emotional support dragon. Don't kill the vibe.
Pretty sick vibe.
I need me an emotional support dragon.
This week, my post with the most was
5,500,000.
Moist Buddha.
Hey,
keeping it moist.
Yeah,
keeping it Buddha. Moist Buddha is listening to the New Radicals and reposts Stacks, friend of the show Stacks at Poppy Won't Miss. She says, 4 years ago, I shat myself in an escape room.
Oh.
It is my brother's favorite story. Today, he had frontal lobe surgery and there was potential for memory loss. This is the first text he sent me from recovery. And you see, there's a text from James, and he says, I survived the surgery, and I still remember what happened in the escape room. Glad you're doing well there, James. That's my post with the most this week. What do you got, Eric?
Oh, my God. My post with the most. So proud of this one this week. I even made a shiny little with the most logo-y thing here. Post with the most, John Freiler. John Freiler says, when you see a huge pickup truck with a "We the People" windshield decal in quill pen calligraphic script, that's when you know you're dealing with a sincere constitutional scholar and not just a roofer who fantasizes about shooting his ex-wife in self-defense. This resonated with a lot of people. Keep your eye out for the true constitutional scholars out there on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, that ticks all the boxes and fulfills all the constitutional obligations of an entire episode of Facebook for the Blind. For all you out there, thank you so much. We love you. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Woo! Love you, Beverly.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.